By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Nashville. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
The #1 overall pick in April's draft. What an unlikely story to get to that spot. A zero-star recruit out of high school, the University of Incarnate Word, to Washington State, to Miami, and he comes into the league as Division I's record holder for most passing touchdowns in a career with 158. The Tennessee franchise now revolves around him and his development.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Throwing now, Ward. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Here's Ward. Dancing to his left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And he gets a clean slate and a competition in his new spot in Indianapolis. Obviously trying to eliminate some bad habits he picked up in New York. But after a brief pit stop in Minnesota, this gives him a chance to continue the trend of veteran quarterbacks who have a chance to excel with a fresh start and a new team.
Oh, good move. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Jonathan Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 81 yards. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
3-yard pickup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Ward. This complete to Lockett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Ward. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, 65 yards. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Jones. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Throwing, Jones. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
It's
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Colts.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Dances by him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Titans 7.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. He got 29 yards that time.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Ward. To the right side and intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
A gain of 22 yards.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, the tight end Warren. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
First down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 113 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren from 3 yards out. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Colts 21.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 9.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
33-yard line.
Second down and a yard. They go play action with Ward. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Ward looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Here is third and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Colts.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down the field, he's got Warren. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jones keeps it himself. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second and 9 from the 44. To throw, here's Ward. He finds his man, Pollard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
It's caught. Lockett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
To throw is Ward. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Van Jefferson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 126 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout.
1 yard gain.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9. Give to Taylor. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On the option left, it's Jones. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Spencer Schrader.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense and receiver Calvin Ridley getting ready for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing is Ward. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there at 22.
That's good.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.